We're not live. Never mind.
Okay.
We're live.
We are live.
Oh, we are live at long last.
But
Good,
yes.
they didn't eavesdrop on our football conversation as Shane was saying.
Yes.
Chelsea Liverpool this Sunday,
Liverpool City.
Liverpool City, and that will decide the title.
Could be because 30 games played, 8 more games. You know,
Okay, but getting back to the IPL.
Indian Premier League, not the English one.
Not the English, Indian Premier League.
Yes.
Got an exciting game on. We predicted it was going to be a close fight between two teams that have won 2 matches each, even though Punjab have played 1 extra game.
Yep.
But now they've put on 189 runs on the board, which is looking very good. At one point, I thought they'll go past 200. So it was a bit of a seesaw sort of an innings. At one point, seemed like 200 was also easy peasy. They'll go more than that. Then they started losing some wickets. Then they reconfigured it. I think at the end of the 16th over, with 150, minimum I was expecting was 200. But then they lost a lot of wickets there. Nalkande picked up a couple.
Yeah.
And then, questionable shots. And I was beginning to wonder that, hey, listen, Punjab King wants to be this team that wants to go bang, bang, but is this stupidity?
Yeah.
Because what if you reach a situation where you not played the entire quota of 20 overs?
True.
That's the risk that they were running. But lucky for them, I'm convinced this is not by design.
No,
that they knew that Rahul Chahar will get 22 or 14 balls.
And then Arshdeep will get 10 or 5.
10 or 5. This has just happened by chance. And so they've got 189, which at the moment is looking like a very good total, but they could very well have been knocked out for 165, all out for 165, and then that would have been a below par total. Maybe is it time for Punjab to, whatever happens in this game, win or lose, sit back and rethink that strategy, that we don't have to go bang bang.
They will have to, because 4 wickets for 9 runs at the time when you should have been accelerating.
Yeah.
It has probably cost them 20-30 runs, because look at that, at 153 for 5 in the 15th over, 10 runs per over, you're now down to just below 10. So big loss for 20-30 runs, I would suggest. But again, if they win, they probably will not change. That is the thing.
That's the problem.
They will not change it. And
Yeah.
anyway, see, they'll cite Arshdeep's scoring in his entire IPL career has increased 6-fold with this knock. In this match, he had just 2 runs in his entire IPL career. He just had 2 runs. And now it's 10. So 6-fold increase. So the attack is working for them.
I mean, did you see how he was hitting? I think he was putting every ounce of bodily energy into like each one of those shots. But I mean, full credit, he was getting the runs and 200 strike rate.
200 strike rate and 6-fold increase in the score. Even Chris Martin wouldn't have done that in his entire career.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
the famous New Zealand bowler,
Yep.
not to be confused
With
with
the Coldplay
Chris
singer.
Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay.
Yeah. It has often happened in one of the football games. The confusion, Gareth Bale, Christian Bale. It's happened.
No, it's happened on air as well.
Yes.
I think if I remember correctly,
Yep.
there have been some time where anchors may have mentioned Christian Bale
Christian
instead
Bale.
of
Gareth
Gareth
Bale.
Bale. Yeah, it's a very
Happens.
common
But
mistake.
there is one more reason why I will say Punjab will not change the blueprint. Look at Liam Livingstone and Jitesh Sharma. When they were batting, they were hitting the ball out of the ground.
No, so that time I can understand.
Yeah.
You were in a position where you could attack because you've got Shah Rukh Khan and Odean Smith, Kagiso Rabada, all of them can bat decently. But my point is, once they've gotten out, look at like Odean Smith for example. Jitesh Sharma has gotten out, and then you get out the next ball. I mean,
And you're trying to hit a 6.
yeah, well that's
When you're not
stupidity.
even in form. I'm sorry, you're not in form.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give some credit to Nalkande.
Yeah.
He went for a lot of runs, but that over. And again, those are not lucky wickets. The first one to get Jitesh Sharma was a slower ball.
Yeah.
The next one was a knuckle
Ball
ball.
with which he
So
got.
smart bowling by Nalkande. And what is it about these youngsters? There are so many on display today, and I'm loving all of them. To start with, Jitesh Sharma. Again, fantastic game. Nalkande is showing that. A lot of maturity. Vaibhav Arora will be out with the new ball very soon. I'm looking forward to seeing him as well.
Yep.
So, and then people had at the start of the program today or the game today were saying, oh, IPL is getting boring.
How is this getting boring? Look
I
at
mean,
that.
even if I have to make an IPL youngsters 11, we already have the candidates for that.
True.
Wow, let's try and make it.
Yes, we shall.
Okay.
Tilak Verma, Ayush Vadoni, look at, and all these
Jitesh Sharma.
Jitesh.
Vaibhav Arora.
Vaibhav Arora, 4.
Yeah, and you even have Arshdeep, who's impressed though. He's
Yeah,
a
but
youngster.
Arshdeep's been a proven performer.
Punjab retained him for a reason. Let's not
Yes.
forget.
Think of really young kids who are coming onto the scene, and 11 of those young kids.
And 11.
Maybe again, it's early days, so some of them
Yeah.
would be late bloomers and they'll come into their own. Baby AB showed a bit of signs.
Yes.
So he could be that guy.
Jamal Brevis.
Yes. Didn't quite go to plan for Baba, but I'm just saying gradually.
Hunger Gekar gets a chance tomorrow, maybe.
Hunger Gekar again, I'm not
Again,
too
very
sure.
difficult to very
Yeah.
difficult. But again, I told you, retaining Odin Smith primarily because he's a 50-50 bowler. He might leak plenty of runs, he might get the wickets. Look at Bhanukar Rajapaksa. Supposing if Bairstow failed, you had the buffer of Bhanukar Rajapaksa even at the lower down the order.
Imagine if this batting lineup gets Bhanuka Rajapaksa also.
Yeah.
Oh,
It made no sense.
God. But if you do that, taking Odion Smith out, will you have enough bowlers? You'll have Kagiso Rabada, you will have Rahul Chahar, Weber Varora, Arshdeep Singh,
Liam Livingston.
5. But then that's just 5 bowlers. No, there's no 6th bowling option.
Yeah.
You
You know,
need
they
one.
do have one player in their squad who could be a replacement for Odeon if they actually want to take the risk. Benny Howell. I mean, he could not be doing worse than what Odeon is doing right now, right? I mean, I'm sorry, but he's really not done anything with either the ball and, for that matter, the
He
bat.
played the 100, right?
Benny Howell is pretty much a proven T20 performer in English circles.
Yes.
And he's someone who over the years has developed a tack of bowling, as you're saying. We're talking about the slow balls. He has the lot of them.
Yeah.
The cutters, the knuckle balls, everything. And what's more, he's actually technically a batting all-rounder.
Yep.
So he might be a good 6th bowling option in
why
that
not?
regard. I mean, again, as I'm saying, you don't have a choice. He's the only like-for-like replacement.
But imagine having Rajapaksha out at the moment. How do you fit him in? No, that's not possible, I guess.
It's not
balance
actually.
goes.
The balance
haywire.
goes haywire because Johnny Bairstow versus Rajapaksa, we know we're picking Johnny Bairstow every day of the week.
Yeah, but you never know. 3 games, 4 games
Because
for Johnny
if
Bairstow.
Ben is Bairstow doesn't do well.
Rajapaksa 250 strike rate
Yeah.
in 3 games that he's played.
True.
Odin hasn't done anything after that Royal Challengers Bangalore match.
No.
So picking him, and his economy rate's also high in the 10s.
The only problem, as I say, is that they need, and as I just gave them, if the Punjab Kings think tank is listening, if you pick Benny Howell next game, you're welcome.
Indeed. But
Thank the KKR fan in Shane Dias. If
Yes.
that happens. Just to add another name into, because we get a lot of questions, everyone saying, oh, those Indian players not performing, especially Indian stars, add Mayank Agarwal to that.
Yeah,
To that list.
And see who got him
Everyone-
out of all people, Hardik Pandya.
Hardik, but I'm loving Hardik.
I
Pandya,
love
the
Hardik
captain.
the bowler.
In fact, today, had he taken that catch, it was just that it touched that leg of his at the boundary. That was Livingston.
my
if I'm
catch
not
of the
mistaken.
match would have been decided.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We're like, this is the catch of the match, and then he hits the boundary. Oh,
Yeah, Livingston out at that point.
it's a
Game could have been very different.
Very, very
But I
different.
think Tewatia took a good catch to
Oh yes,
get
yes,
Johnny
yes.
Bairstow.
diving up in.
It's
the
a shame his bowling didn't live up to anything. He went for
Yeah.
24 runs in an over.
That started the entire onslaught.
Yes, absolutely.
Livingston and Jitesh.
Tewate was being smacked by these guys for fun.
And if he maintains this form, Jitesh, what clean hitting.
Yeah.
That's why he's called Hitesh Sharma. Hitesh.
Wow.
Yes.
We have the new hitman.
Hitman is in poor form.
Yeah, Hitman
Hitesh is in
is in
great
very, very good form.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I'm at least glad Punjab Kings are playing 2 very capable youngsters. That at least will give them a launch pad.
That's one thing I will give credit to Punjab Kings.
Yeah.
2 things they do very well. One, they give a lot of chance to youngsters. We've seen it in the past. That's been their culture. Secondly, they are one of the few teams that concentrates on local talent.
True.
They want that, what is that catchment area? They look at those
Yes.
players and try and bring it, which I've seen now with a lot of teams. It's gone out of the window. It's all about
Getting the
assembling
best
a
players.
winning team,
Yeah.
getting players from wherever they are, doesn't matter. But Punjab, I have to agree. One
Kolkata
team.
Knight Riders, please take note.
Yeah, I agree.
Not
I
a
agree.
single player from West Bengal or Kolkata.
Yeah.
There is one, I think one in the squad, but I don't think he's getting a game.
He's not getting
He's
a
not
game.
getting a game. Not a chance.
If you remember Punjab, they were accused of getting a lot of Bangalore players, but again with that they kept their local talent,
Yes.
which is fair.
This is very good,
Yeah,
actually.
which is fair.
Yeah, because
Don't
even
mix it.
RCB, even in their worst years, they did have 1 or 2 local Bangalore players doing well for them.
Ah,
Srinath
actually.
Aravind, for example, Devdutt Padikkal, But I don't know why Bangalore didn't retain Padikkal. That's
I still don't understand why they never kept KL Rahul beyond the season.
The last Bengal player from India to have played for KKR was Devabrata Das. Manoj Tiwari is there, but
Manoj Tiwari played, Das came after him.
Yes.
So actually if you look at it, the Bengal core would actually be Dada, would be, as you said, Tiwari, Das, and of course the evergreen Lakshminarayan Shukla.
But in these last 4 years, the guy, the Bengal connection has been Shakib Al Hasan.
Actually, ironically.
Okay, just quick comments I'm going to take. Aryan Natani says, please explain what happened on the last ball. Why was it not a run out? Ball was in the hand and wickets were dislodged. That's because the bails had fallen. It touched Hardik Pandya's leg. The bails fell down. He had to really physically take out the stump. Exactly, uproot it, and then it would have been out. But by the time the batsman had made it, so I hope Aryan that explains what you were looking for. Mumbai Road, which is Vikrant Jadhav. I'm going to quiz you next time, remember. He says Hardik bowling speed looks fabulous. He's bowling fast and surprises me that he is bowling in power play and done well. He's telling selectors that make one place reserved for him. Agreed, absolutely. In fact, as an Indian fan, I am delighted to see Hardik.
The way he's bowling,
he's an X-factor player. You need him in any team.
Has he actually ever bowled this fast?
Is what we're really looking forward to.
Has he actually been this fast consistently at the 140s?
I can't remember, 140, no.
He was mostly a change of pace bowler at times for MI.
But in the 2016 edition, before 2018, he did clock 140, 145.
I think he's fitter now. That's the big difference.
He didn't start as a bowler. He was a pure batsman. I interviewed him, and then he mentioned how it was almost the first class level or just before that. His coach told him that start bowling, and he started bowling, and he was pretty decent, and so he began to bowl. Parminder Singh is here. You remember Parminder is a Punjab fan. He says, plece quick predictions. I'm guessing he's anxious. He wants to know whether Punjab wins it or not.
If he has seen the Lucknow game, he'll not accuse me of a jinx. So I'm still saying
what do they say कि खराब घड़ी भी एक बार तो सही टाइम दिखाती.
Twice, but I get
it. Twice. दिन में 2 बार.
It's
the Lucknow game.
This is the second time.
Yes. Because GT, they have a much better batting, especially in the lower middle order. The lower middle order that failed for Punjab Kings might
actually
not,
So you're going GT.
Shubman,
I'm Trunk Road. I'm still saying it's GT, honestly.
GT,
My favorite train, by the way.
I'm going with Punjab.
Right.
Just out of love for the Punjab Kings. I like their team this season.
Yes.
So out of just pure love.
By the way, it's my favorite train though, GT.
Really?
GT Express 2626.
GT is everywhere.
No,
GT has
New Delhi, Chennai.
I didn't know that.
Maybe
2626 and
Grand Tourer. GT also stands for Grand Tourer.
Grand Tourer.
And Grand Trunk Road.
Yes, and my favorite game GTA.
Okay. Oh my God. Subhranshu Panda wants to know, Hardik has been bowling in every match. Can we see Hardik bowl in the upcoming T20 World Cup?
Well, if he keeps up this sort of form, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I would love to see him there personally.
See, he's already going to be a good finisher. He's already regaining that touch. 2020 and pre-2018. Now, if his bowling is that one odd over in the death, everybody goes after bowlers in the death.
True.
But he will give you balance with both the bat and the ball. Why will you not have such a player, that X-factor player? If he maintains his fitness permitting, he will do well. And he will be your first choice batting all-rounder in the World T20.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Vedant Sarode says, Punjab never fails to entertain. They lose most of the time, but still entertaining. Agreed?
Yes.
But this time you can't say that. They won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, they won 2 out of 3, so that's not too bad.
So, but yeah, they are a team that entertain. No doubt about that.
Yep.
Parminder says, thank you, Nikhil Paji. Come on. Don't have to say thank you to me. I just picked the team that I think will win.
Yes.
And I just wanted to be the contrarian as well, since these two pick Gujarat Titans. I thought there should be some sort of an excitement in the post-match show that we do after every day.
Yes.
So we'll check that as well. Sridhar Savakar says GT might have leaked 15-20 runs extra. It would be the difference considering their batting is weak. I agree. Lockie should have finished the tail. If GT can chase this, then man, they are a team to watch out for. Agreed, Sridhar.
Yep.
I think the issue with GT has always been their batting and especially that lower middle order, which they've done well to win 2 games. But I think they'll be tested this time. good bowling from Punjab.
Yeah.
But if they can again win it this time, and if their lower middle order is the one that really performs, then I agree they are going to be a team to watch out for.
Yep.
Parvinder is saying, Sid, don't worry, I love you too, bro.
Love you too, man. Yes. But again, Shubman will be the key.
KK Mishra saying, is Wade a good option rather than Gurbaz? Yeah, to begin with, I also love Gurbaz. We had actually picked him before the auction, one to watch out for, exciting young talent from Afghanistan. But I think you are going to stick with Matthew Wade for a few more games.
Yep.
Also, they're winning, so no need to change. If they have a few disastrous games and Wade doesn't perform, I think then they can.
Then the questions get asked. Yeah.
So Gujarat Titans they'll go to second.
Vikrant is saying, you've still not done that show on IPL rivalry. There are no top 3 rivalry I can think of. There's only
We
one.
have 2 actually.
Chennai Mumbai and Chennai RCB. But
Yeah.
I have Chennai in everything.
Exactly.
What about other rivalries?
Maybe MIRCB because of the Virat Kohli Rohit Sharma angle.
Yeah,
But that really
traditionally-
wasn't that much of a rivalry.
Exactly.
Actually, if you have to sadly go back to another rivalry, it would be KKR CSK, but then that again includes Chennai.
Yeah.
And again includes Chennai.
Maybe if you want the Godavari derby.
Yeah, again you'll bring your again Chennai.
Sunrisers versus RCB.
That's
The
interesting.
Yamuna derby. Delhi versus Punjab.
Oh no, please don't call it that.
There's no Yamuna in Punjab.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's on the other side of the Yamuna. That's right.
Questionable geography lessons brought to you by Sports Today.
Rashi Agarwal says it's never being easy. It's never easy being Punjab's fan. One moment they're brilliant, another moment they have such brain fade moments like they did today, but still put on a good total. Why not just play out Rashid Khan's over? It's changed the game. Agreed, Rashi. But I think they consider themselves lucky today that Chahar and Arshdeep came to the party. Which are right. If that hadn't happened, they would be kicking themselves because all they needed to do was be careful. Those double wickets to Rashid, even to Nalkande. I think even that was foolish cricket. So they need to look at that.
Absolutely.
Okay, on that note, matches started. We'll take your leave. Don't forget to download the Gamezy app. You stand a chance to win up to 5 crore in prize money daily. I'm so looking forward to watching Vaibhav Arora bowl. And as always, as soon as the last ball is bowled, we'll be live on Sports Today.